building has a vast history spanning through the years. Originally built in 1936 as the Capitol Movie Theater. There were hiccups along the way as a tornado that ripped through Sarnia in 1953 collapsed the auditorium, which was then restored and reopened. The Capitol closed its doors in 1988 after 52 years. The building then sat empty for nearly a decade and was slated for demolition. But thanks to the city and countless volunteers, the building was restored and reopened on December 31st, 1996 as a theater for the performing arts and renamed the Imperial Theater.
So, as of the claims, first claim is they've seen somebody on the catwalk here. I've never seen it, but Brian has. Brian's been here 15 years. There'll be other claims up here. Well, there's more downstairs, but I had my first experience here actually a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I was on the stage here. Balcony doors, the stage right here was open.
Right.
And Brian was running around like a madman. So, but I knew what Brian was, I knew what he was wearing. So I'm standing here waiting for him to come back. Both doors were open. And somebody just walks by. But doesn't come by this door. Because the only way up and down from up there by this door, staircase is right behind that door. So up and down the only way. So to go by this door and not go by that door. That is the only claim Brian's told me is that she'll never sing down here when you're here.
No?
It'll only be up on stage.
Like when you're up there?
Yeah, listening.
Okay, so we need to test that, right?
Work on the stage. Not really just rehearsals, eh? You'll be down here just working.
Just hanging?
Hanging out, working on stuff. You would get a glimpse of a guy standing up here while looking down.
Right.
So here is the only claim that Brian said he's got stuff thrown at him. They're gels here.
Yeah.
They were on top of this cabinet at the time, and he was going down the hallway, and then something just kind of threw the gels at him. This was vault here. Is now a men's bathroom, but this was the vault. So the claim up here, again, you don't hear them, or sorry, you don't see them. But if you're downstairs, you can hear a man and woman arguing about money.
Oh.
We were actually staying in the barber shop. This was the barber shop, and I'll show you something over here. They found there was a gigantic mirror. Obviously, barber shop, the chairs were facing this way.
Yeah.
Gigantic mirror, and it went down further. And this was behind the mirror when they took the mirror down.
Here we are at Sarnia, Ontario. A hotel on the way to the Imperial Theater. Doing the walk around today. Looks like this place has got about a bazillion rooms to investigate. Getting a bit of a late start tonight, that's fine. Excellent crew from a few different divisions of CHAPS, all represented from the north, the central, and the south. It's going to be an amazing night, no doubts. I'm pretty excited about this. Running with 2 cameras tonight, more static cams and DVR cams than we normally do because the place is pretty big. And the claims are absolutely crazy. This place seems to have everything going on. So, no doubt, we're in for an amazing evening. So, let's rock the hell out of this.
Okay, so camera 1 we have out in the lobby,
Okay.
covering the doors and some of the other exits to other areas. Camera 2 is up in the bar area, and we also have an audio with that one because of the voices that were put up there. Camera 3 is up to the catwalks where figures have been seen, and camera 4 is covering from the balcony down over to the stage.
Okay, and we've got a static camera in the basement of the adjacent building too.
Yes.
So here we are, Imperial Theater. Let's go up. Okay, so we're going to start by going over to the basement of the adjacent building. So my name is Dave, and I am the director of a paranormal investigation team. We are here in the Imperial Theater tonight. I realize this is not part of the Imperial. This was a different purposed building. But we have a storage of old equipment, old furniture. And sometimes, you know, the theory is that with old furniture, we have emotions tied to those things. There's also a special tool I have that I'm pointing it over here. There's a red light on it where I can't hear your voice. But that right there will hear your voice. And we have special ways of listening to that, and hopefully we'll pick that up. Okay, so I've asked all the questions I want to ask down here. That may seem quick, but I want to get to the rest of the theater. I'm going to leave the camera running down here, and if you did happen to talk to us on this machine, I want to thank you for spending the time with us. We're here out of nothing but respect, and want to, again, thank you for your time. We're going to move on. Please do a song and dance in front of the camera.
Somebody's.
You know, we're going to investigate all over the theater, even places that don't seem to have any particular claim. If you followed us, that's great. I'm all about following. We want to have some activity. I wonder if you might answer a question for me. What's it like to be dead? Can you feel the same things that we feel? If I come up to you and you're standing in front of me right now, and I pass my hand through you, can you feel that on a physical level?
One of the sensations that we get, or we think we get when a spirit passes through us, is that tingly feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it feels like when you pass your hand through?
Like, do you, as being dead, see each other? If there's more than one spirit, which it seems to be the case in this building, by the way, do you feel it? Do you see each other? Do you communicate with each other? Do you have the same kind of emotions? Do you have love and hate and fear? Do you fear each other? Is there maybe a bully spirit here?
Oh,
Yeah. We measured that too. That came up at a .00.
really?
Yeah.
1.1.
Really?
1.4.
This is just a magnet.
1.8.
Showing up okay down there, Kate?
And then 0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that was interesting.
That's an anomaly.
Okay, I'm in 0.3. They went up to 0.5. Hanging at 0.3.
Okay, so now we're up in the Nova room. Okay, so was a bank. This was a bank, which is kind of cool, I guess. And, you know, back then, a lot of money being handled back and forth. And you know, we just received great EMF downstairs where the barber shop was. And the signature on the wall went from a 0 to a 2.0, and we're talking about a piece of brick. There's no electrical behind that portion, so that's interesting. And I'm hoping that whatever activity might have given us that might have followed us up here. It's kind of a nice room. Little lounge up here. Have a couple drinky poos, right? You know, I've heard that there are some voices that occur up here that argue over money. You know what? Money makes everybody argue, right? So you know what? I'll tell you what. If you don't like, if you like cash, right? Okay, well, so
What is that?
all right.
There's ice here.
Oh, it's just melting through.
Okay, it's just melting ice. So talk to me. These people that argue about money. Is this a couple?
That was me shifting.
You argue about money. I argue about money all the time. You know, money sucks. You know, let's argue. I've heard that the argument like comes from here. A woman and a man. I mean, you guys fighting about a mortgage payment. You know, I mean, would you be happy here? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'm going to drop. It looks like a bit of money, but it's only $10 bills. I'm going to drop that on the floor right there, and I'm going to walk away from it. Okay, it's in the center of the floor. I don't care about money. That's a lie. But you know, I think anybody who's worth their salt with money would tag the flushing system. would say, what were you doing, leaving your money on the ground for somebody to take? I'll tell you what, I'll dare you to take it. I can't even see behind that door. But if you take it, I'm not getting home.
Why are you giving away our money?
Well, I'm giving away our money, Sandy, because it's worthless. Yeah?
Well, it's not worthless.
Yeah, it's worthless.
No, you have bills to pay and kids to
Hey,
feed.
got it?
No, I don't think so.
Yep. Where are you at? Upstairs in the room. Okay, couple of noises from the stage. You guys are all in the number room.
Good, okay, we'll be out there soon. Okay, so, let's not argue with me about money. All
Well,
right?
it's my money too.
I don't think so. I'm the man, I'm the one with the job. You're at home with the kids, doing nothing.
Doing
Okay?
nothing?
What, doing nothing? What you do? Our
No.
kids are teenagers, you don't do anything, you
Well,
stay at
maybe you
home.
should start paying me for my work, you know, doing your laundry and cooking your meals and cleaning your floors.
I don't think it's worth it. You do that because you're in my home. That's your job. I pay you by allowing you to live in my house. Okay? Okay? I go to work, I'm the man. And nowadays, unfortunately, women believe that they have rights. Too many rights. Frankly, I'm sure the people that were here arguing with the cashier do the same thing, because he was probably doing the right thing and straightening his wife out for the amount of money that she was spending, much like yourself.
Well, I
Ran
think
it
you're
up all on
wrong.
the charge
The
acts.
woman was probably right in her argument about the money.
Well, do you not think maybe he could have disciplined her a little? Maybe he was just straightening her out before she went ahead and came into the bank and took out some of the money without his permission.
She probably all ran it up all on the charge act, just buying dresses and other women's stuff.
Seriously. You know, it's great because you're surrounded by men and we all understand. You know, you're the weaker sex, the female. The fact that you got the right to vote sucks. The fact that you guys drive sucks. And the fact that you have an opinion in general sucks.
Well, the fact that you're here is thanks to a woman, so.
Well, because a woman had to have a man. But beyond that, we're just talking about money here. This is what a woman does, Bryce. She brings in
Exactly.
other arguments to substantiate the fact that she has no argument.
Exactly.
You know? I'll tell you what, just be a good little woman and shut up.
It's
You
just
just
about the
be a
money.
good little man and go get our money, or you're sleeping on the couch.
The mortgage is behind because she ran up the credit cards for dresses.
Terrible.
Or maybe he spends it all on whiskey and gambling and.
Appreciate that.
There's been no change in EMF.
Okay.
Did you check right by the column there?
Call.
Yeah, just,
See something?
no, I didn't see anything, but I was vacuuming up here
Yeah.
a few years ago and I felt a tap on my shoulder and it was right here.
Really? Awesome. Okay, so I'm standing here, and I'm not particularly scared of you. Okay, I've done a lot of these investigations. Look at Bryce, he's not scared of a freaking bear. All right, so what I want you to do is, you know, let's get pushy. Forget tapping shoulders. You're gonna tap somebody that works here. That's ignorant. Well, it's not ignorant. But why don't you shove me? Just give me a good wonk. So, you know, I had heard that there was a claim of something up here. I think Tony had mentioned he had saw something walking by those doors over there. So there's been a lot of people in this theater over the years. I'd appreciate some kind of acknowledgement. We've come a long way and traveled down here to see you. And I think maybe it would be really appreciated if you'd give us a reason to stand here and stay. These fine gentlemen have asked us to come in here and treated us nicely. And you're not giving us much to go by, are you? I'll tag that flushing thing again. Bryce, why don't you give us a line of questions?
Can you tell me, was this a movie theater before?
Yes, it was.
What was your favorite movie that was ever played here? I'm a big movie buff. I always loved going to the movies as a kid, and I even still enjoy it nowadays.
You know what, I'm leaning backwards over the deck here, and that's maybe a bit too trusting. Why don't you come give me a shove in my shoulders? If I die, it's okay. I have life insurance, it's all right. don't you come give me a shove in my shoulders? If I die, it's okay. I have a life insurance. Why don't you come give me a shove in my shoulders? If I die, it's okay. I have a life insurance. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give this like 3 good minutes of silence. I want you to react to the 2 people that are up in the catwalk. You show them how badly it sucked to design a place like this and die when it opens. Give us your emotions. Make us feel your emotions. Give us your feelings. That stinks. You know, that's like dying when your kid's born. That reeks, man. We feel that pain, but then what you've got to... Did you guys move? No. That was over here.
Was it a dime?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Where'd it go?
That was like over here.
It sounded small.
You did. Like sounded like, well, not that loud.
No, it was
but
probably a dime or a penny. Something later.
like that.
Yeah.
It was. It is a dime.
Well, no, that because I just dropped it.
Oh, no, but it's that was the exact same. Could be.
You could give something to Sandy or Sydney or Tyler. Have them feel something.
Dave,
Yeah?
there's a hand on my shoulder.
There's a hand on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tyler is a heavy cynic, so that's good. Is it firmly on your shoulder?
Yeah, it's on my left shoulder.
Still?
Yeah.
Where are you, Tyler?
What's your name with him? It's still there.
It's just fading down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You want to come put your hand on my shoulder? So I'm up here as well now, asking you if you could show yourself. I'm open to the feelings you give off. I'd appreciate some kind of indication to show us why we're here. Can you rattle like that? Do you understand, sir, that people would truly enjoy the place that you've created? How do you feel about that? Down here, we hear a baritone. I also heard of a female singer down here too. Do you think you can give us a couple notes? I'm not singing for you.
Me.
That's upsetting.
Hmm?
That's upsetting. Do it again.
Me.
Is that a baritone or is that
I don't know.
That was bass.
That was bass. A little higher, buddy.
Me.
Still bass.
I got a bass voice, I'm sorry.
Can you please maybe give us a couple of that?
Teach me how to sing.
Yeah, teach him how to sing, please. I really appreciate it.
You'd like to say hello and probably good morning. I like to think it's morning somewhere in the world. My name is Tyler,
Sydney.
and we're here basically to have a little chat, see how you are, maybe have, good conversation. If you like, there's a chair right beside Sydney there. If you would like to sit down, take a load off. I'm going to do something that I know is a big negative in the theater world. I'm sure you know all about this.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
From your personal experience, I know that we never, ever say on stage, backstage, or around stage
It's tagging me moving around.
the name Macbeth.
He said it.
Does that anger you? When's that movement upstairs?
Yep.
Come on, I've just pretty much condemned the
Yeah.
production here to...
Is anybody moving around near us?
We're in the basement.
Pardon?
You're in a totally different building than us.
Okay, we're hearing a lot of movement upstairs and we just heard the door bang, so...
Everybody was upstairs or up at the DVR.
Okay, thank you.
Well, if that was you, that was
Holy
awesome.
You're
crap.
welcome. Good to see Cindy finally gets an experience. Broke your cherry.
Haha, thank you so much.
Yes, we really appreciate that. And I'm sorry to have angered you, and I hope that for the next production that it does not affect it, what I've just said.
I appreciate some last little effort to show us you're here. I know that they've been very good to us here, and it may seem like not much has occurred tonight, and I can assure them that because not much happens, it doesn't mean a thing. Although if you think about it, tonight lots of cool things did happen. We did hear a lot of movement on stage. We did witness a lot of shadow figurement. And Tyler, who still seems a little shaken up, frankly, was physically grabbed and maintained a hold.
The screw was thrown on the stage.
Screw was thrown on the stage. So we did have a lot of little activity. Tyler's still quite shaky. If you think about it, that hold on his shoulder stayed on his shoulder. It wasn't just a touch, which is pretty fantastic. I had to look at his face. It was pretty white. So you know what? I believe it. And that's pretty exciting. So if that was one of you, maybe you followed us down here, I want to thank you for that. Now, we've done our reads tonight, and a lot of the claims that were given to us weren't really claims you debunk. Things you normally hear, like noises or whatever, you check pipes, you check pressure, but seeing things, but we can certainly attribute a bit of that to people walking by windows, no doubt. Absolutely, you're in a place, you see that. But the other places where you see the, I'm not necessarily sure if that's the case. A lot of the times, we feel these things because of the pareidolia. The fact is, we're in a theater, and we're almost expected to see certain things like that. So whereas we sit back and think that this may be proof, the proof will be in the pudding, and we're definitely going to have to. Did you hear that? You hear the bang back there?
No.
I did.
I did. Nice way to end the evening. You guys actually did make a good bang on something.
He must have been flying all night except for that one spot.
Okay, fair enough. So, I think with this, I'm going to say thank you for your time. I'm going to say thank you to the theater for its time and the people that spent their time waiting for us to do this investigation. So very good. If I find a light switch, we'll turn a light on.